Summary of Revelation chapter 2, NIV. This chapter contains 4 of the 7 letters from the risen Christ dictated to John to specific early Christian churches in Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey. Each letter follows a pattern, a unique description of Christ, commendation of strengths, rebuke of failings, where applicable, a call to repent or persevere, and a promise to the victorious, overcomers, ending with, "Whoever has ears, let them hear what the Spirit says to the churches." First, to the church in Ephesus, verses 1 to 7. Christ identifies as the one who holds the 7 stars, angels, messengers, and walks among the 7 golden lampstands, the churches. He praises their hard work, perseverance, intolerance of evil, testing of false apostles, and endurance for his name without weariness. Rebuke. They have forsaken their first love, initial passion for Christ. Call, repent and return to their early deeds, or he will remove their lampstand. Praise. They hate the practices of the Nicolaitans, likely a group promoting compromise with idolatry, immorality, which Christ also hates. Promise. To the victorious, the right to eat from the tree of life in God's paradise. Second, to the church in Smyrna, verses 8 to 11. Christ, the first and last, who died and rose, acknowledges their afflictions, poverty, yet spiritual richness, and slander from those claiming to be Jews but who are a synagogue of Satan. Encouragement. Do not fear coming suffering. The devil will test some with imprisonment and persecution for 10 days. Be faithful to the point of death. Promise. The victorious will receive the crown of life and not be hurt by the second death, eternal separation from God. Third, to the church in Pergamum, verses 12 to 17, Christ holds the sharp, double-edged sword, his judging word. He commends their faithfulness in a city where Satan has his throne. Even after the martyrdom of Antipas, they did not renounce faith. Rebuke. Some hold to the teaching of Balaam, enticing idolatry and sexual immorality, and the Nicolaitans. Call, repent, or Christ will fight them with the sword of his mouth. Promise. To the victorious hidden manna, a white stone with a new name known only to the recipient. Pergamum was a center of pagan worship, notably featuring the great altar of Zeus, often linked symbolically to Satan's throne. Fourth, to the church in Thyatira, verses 18 to 29. Christ, the Son of God with eyes like blazing fire and feet like burnished bronze, praises their growing deeds, love, faith, service, and perseverance. Rebuke. They tolerate Jezebel, a self-proclaimed prophetess who leads servants into sexual immorality and eating food sacrificed to idols. She refused to repent. Warning. Christ will bring suffering on her and her followers, unless they repent. He will strike her children dead. He searches hearts and minds, and repays according to deeds. Encouragement to the faithful rest. No other burden. Hold on until he comes. Promise to the victorious who do his will. Authority over nations to rule with an iron scepter, and the morning star. Overall theme. These letters blend encouragement, correction, and hope. They stress faithfulness amid persecution and compromise, with Christ intimately knowing each church's situation and offering tailored promises of eternal reward. The messages apply both to the historical churches and to churches today. Follow, like, and subscribe to Mystic Lamb Publishing with Keith and Elizabeth McCann.